talking basketball. They're fucking dumb as shit. They talk about basketball, but they will make dumb ass jokes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pod Don't Lie with Sam and Stav. We are here. Fucking training camp has begun. Since the last time we did a free episode, now look, we covered a lot on our Patreon. You're going to want to check that motherfucker out. But the biggest news since our last episode is John Wall is no longer Washington Wizard. He's been traded to the Rockets for Russell Westbrook, and in what we deemed
and a first round pick as well.
And a first round pick, whatever. But what we basically deemed like the last couple at a gangbang just deciding to swap.
Yes.
The two, that's basically what happened. And we figured there's no finer person to bring in to discuss the Wizards and being the last guy at a gangbang. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent, Jamel Johnson. What's up, brother?
Hello. Yes, it is I, Jamel Johnson, John Wall's former gangbang physician.
Have you ever been at a gangbang, Jamel? Let's start there.
Nah,
never.
Absolutely not.
If being a Wizards is like, if being a Wizards fan and getting like the worst of the gangbang, being a Knicks fan is like, oh, your invitation got lost in the mail. Like you're not even at the gangbang.
We're knocking on the window, beating off, just like pressing our hard cocks up against the windshield. Come on, let me in.
Which, on a side note, I did know somebody that happened to. I know somebody who live out in the valley. They live next door to Orgy House. The Orgy House has a web page, like an old like Angel Fire page, nigga. Like
oh my god,
like an old Yahooligans page.
That rocks.
And it's never a big deal. You know, they'll just see,
Yeah.
heads rolling in and out occasionally.
Mhm.
But then one time, some dude started knocking on my homie's door, trying to get in.
Oh shit.
And then fucked up their garage door or some shit. Like did some actual
horny.
damage to the house.
Oh my god.
He's got fucking horned up rage, dude.
Yeah,
he's trying to get the garage door off the hinges to get some pussy.
that is brutal.
Which is nuts. At what point do you realize you have to stop?
Damn, dude, that is you don't want to like luck into some shit neighbors, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Van Nuys, California, for just providing some of the best society has to offer.
The best gangbang homes.
Yeah,
I've noticed. I went on the road a couple of times, and now because the bars are closed, you go to these hotels, and people are just renting out hotel rooms and partying with their friends. So I'm just trying to sleep, and I hear like fucking coke parties in fucking like Providence, Rhode Island. It's the lamest, lamest coke party.
Oh, where's that? The Omni? Where do they put you up? They put you at a pretty nice hotel.
I took a buyout, dude. The Omni closed down.
Oh fuck, that was a good hotel.
Good hotel.
Bummer.
Sound like they used to have wrestling matches in that joint.
It was a classy place. Although I never got any head in the Omni. I must say.
No.
Well, you can't rap.
I always went headless. Yeah. There was one time where I could have fucked a girl, but there was a UFC fight, and she was like, "Me and my friends are gonna go watch the fight. You should come with." And it was just like her and four dudes that clearly wanted to fuck her.
That
that
sounds like
vibe.
That's a strange night. Even
And
if
I'm
they
just
didn't,
like-
weird.
And I'm just like, I don't want to put up with, these guys are going to, this girl was down, but I didn't want to put up with a whole evening of like these guys trying to sabotage me at every turn.
I don't want to befriend any of these niggas. I don't even want to play that game.
I was like, just beat off. It was one of those where you're like, go jack off and then make this decision. And it was once the poison was out of my body, I was like, oh, I'm getting dominoes. I'm not going to no fucking
What am I
bar.
gonna do?
That's a great phone call. You're like, no, I'd love to make it, but I just came. I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. My dick is melting in my hand like one of those Flintstones push cones right now.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna have to pass. Thank you very much. Anyway, so yeah, all that aside, another man who was fucking a bunch. Look, we'll talk about the Wizards and that stuff. I think we should get to Harden first because that's the main news. Harden.
Yeah. Speaking of 4 dudes trying to fuck somebody at the Omni.
Yeah. James Harden has not reported to Rockets training camp, and over the weekend they were like, oh, it's because of Corona, like he wasn't here fast enough, but he's gonna have individual workouts Sunday night.
Yeah,
it's all good. Now he didn't even fucking show up. Not only did he not show up for his individual workout, he was in Vegas just getting fucked up. People fucking put him all over his Instagram page. And the night before, he was in Atlanta for Lil Baby's birthday party.
dropped $300,000 on Lil Baby's gift. I gotta get a better class of friend.
That's at that point, it's like just be gay. Like rather than buy a man $300,000 worth of gifts,
I low key
kiss
had
him
that
on the
thought too.
lips.
Yeah, I had a little bit of that thought. Like y'all could hold hands. You could get that feeling from holding
he literally
hands.
yeah, exactly. Just hold your boy's hand, bro. I get it. Cuddle with him, dude. I understand. You had to drop $300K on.
And who is filming him on the side? God damn.
Yeah, I don't. If you guys haven't seen the video, go check it out. Lil Baby is like doing a gift reveal, and Harden is literally like watching over him like a proud dad. It's hysterical.
Yeah. Oh,
and
he's fucking Rose Byrne and Bridesmaids. He's like the annoyingly rich friend. He's ruining some of Lil Baby's old school friendships with that gift. They can't compete with that shit.
Yeah, they're like, Lil Baby, I got you a 72-inch Samsung, ultra HD, and James Harden got him fucking. He also got him gifts you would literally get a woman. He got him a Prada bag, and what Baby was saying was because he's proud of him.
Which is a great line.
He got him a Prada bag filled with honey buns.
Lil Baby got him a second handbag because he only makes it to the second round of the playoffs every year.
That's right. What I love about that shit is that he gets him a Prada bag, right?
Yeah.
Which is okay. That's a gift you get your wife or whatever. It's filled with it has $100,000 cash in it. But what really, even more so than the money in the bag, he got him honey buns, which is clearly one of those, like, you know, when you buy your girl something, you have to get her the expensive thing, but then you also have to get something that shows you care and it's an inside joke or something, you know, like
for sure.
If you went to like, you know, you had a nice weekend at a farm, so you get her like, you buy her a fucking a little piece of jewelry, but you also get her like a miniature cow or something. And she's like, oh,
some shit from the store at Cracker Barrel.
Exactly. He got him packaged honey buns, which is clearly an inside joke or like some kind of significance in their relationship. And it was like that.
They were drunk at Target. They were drunk at the new Target on Sunset.
It was so intimate, that video. It's like, literally, please have sex with. It's weirder if you don't have sex with him.
Yeah,
after getting him this amount of gifts.
I was thinking he's Philip Seymour Hoffman from Boogie Nights.
Oh
dude,
my God.
You're so correct. Yes. yeah. Harden is gonna try and kiss him by a car after this.
Yo, and then you got niggas filming you. Yo, NBA players. If any of you weird, like, you know what I'm saying, like red-pilled NBA players listen to this show, don't let the rappers film you.
Yeah.
Stop letting the rappers film you.
Yeah. And that goes double during the bubble, like for fucking Lou Will with the lemon.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Now this white kid is on the radio everywhere, and you almost lost your job fucking around with this nigga? Are you kidding me?
That is true. Jack Harlow. That was the best part, that it was Jack Harlow. It was like a guy with hair that like I had in high school. It was like skater hair. It was like wearing Etnie's hair. That guy put Lou Will on blast.
Damn.
That little center part.
The CCS catalog. Pick up the CCS. I was like, oh, they got white East Bay? Oh, I didn't know East Bay was white. Oh, that's great.
I didn't know. I'm not a CCS. I don't even know what CCS is, actually.
It's white East Bay.
I had no idea there was white East. See, we just got, in Greektown, we just got East Bay.
I knew East Bay.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah.
I know East Bay.
I was walking, by the way, I was walking through Greektown. I was like on Eastern Avenue. I took like I walked through like the nice part, like the gentrified little part of Baltimore. And then I came back around to Eastern Avenue to like all the like shitty little fucking broke ass stores, and they just had, it was just like a walk down memory lane. They just had $9 fake Jordan 5s everywhere. You know what I mean? It was like in the window, it just said like Air on it, like where the Jumpman should be, and it was just, the stitching was horrible. Literally
SpongeBob.
$9.
Yeah, the SpongeBob Dub Zeros. Hell yeah.
I the one I really want is the one where everything looks great, but Jordan has just a juicy ass. Have you seen that picture?
He has Kyle Lowry's ass.
He literally
But-
has like,
yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
awesome. I would pay the price of real Jordans for that specific fake Jordan. I want the just fucking donk having Jordan. But anyway.
Speaking of the Raptors, by the way, playing in Tampa Bay all season.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
All season or the first half?
At least the first half, it
Yeah.
seems.
I think that's probably why Marc Gasol was never gonna fucking sign there, dude. You think that motherfucker's trying to spend half of the year in Tampa?
Yeah, he knew.
No
Writing was
chance.
on the wall. No
They
way.
got some big man though. Who'd they sign? They signed some.
They got
big-
your boy Aaron Baines.
That's right, my man.
Baines
fuck
is
with
older
Baines.
than I thought, though. He's like 36.
Yeah, but
What?
he no, he's like
Yeah, he's
34,
older than
I
you think.
But he can ball. I like. He's three.
Australian years. Yeah, that don't
Yeah.
matter.
Nah, he was fucking hurt all of last season. He was playing good, but he's dinged up a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Harden was not. So Harden Saturday is at Lil Baby's fucking birthday. That just packed by the way. Then he's in Vegas the next night. Instead of flies right over Houston, by the way, from Atlanta to Vegas. That's he could have parachuted down halfway through that fucking flight if he wanted to. Flies right over Houston and just is partying when he's supposed to have his individual workout. And is just and apparently they say there's no timetable for his return. So
It's
that
hilarious
motherfucker-
that Westbrook is at practice 2 hours early and Harden's just like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know? Just difference in personalities, man. Like Westbrook, like say what you want. I know Harden's a better player, but
yeah,
you want Westbrook's
much better player.
Of course, but you want Westbrook's personality, like the dude who will just at least to get you riled up. Maybe not in the playoffs when he's getting rattled by Ricky Rubio, but like
yeah, when he decides he has to fucking show up Ricky Rubio instead of win the game, he's
Yeah.
like
46, 11 and 11 and a loss to the fucking Jazz.
right. While Paul George is struggling with Ingles. Just in the Ingles has him in the crippler crossface for fucking 5 games.
Can't believe Paul George got a deal after that. How
Well-
can you watch that and be like, oh yeah, this dude is worth multiple
Yeah.
millions of dollars?
Because
Yeah.
you know why? Because the year after in the regular season, he was just a
Oh, yeah.
fucking sniper, dude. Like he just didn't miss a shot. It was crazy.
It's still like that's what he is, but that is really who he is, dude. Like
You're right.
I'm convinced after those fucking comments, which we talked about on the Patreon too, where I don't know if you saw this, Jamel, where Paul George is just like, yeah, Doc wasn't running the right sets for me. He was using me like JJ Redick and shit. It's like the motherfucker loves passing the buck, loves passing blame.
Yeah, he went on. I mean, come on, son. You telling on everybody in front of Matt Barnes? Why? Here's my problem with
Matt
that.
Barnes
Yeah.
never made excuses. That
Yeah.
dude never.
All right. At no point in the interview did Steven Jackson go, "Hey, Paul George, you're doing hoe shit right now." He
That's
didn't do
true.
that.
That is true.
You got to immediately confront Paul George right there. If
Yeah.
you're Steven Jackson and you're already like anti-Semitic, like you've already gone,
right.
like you're already gone.
right.
Just
right.
tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really like write off a whole group of people and then like let whining go. You're right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really
Yeah,
like,
you're just gonna sit there
Especially
and be
if
like,
you have a
"Oh,
problem with Jews, you're gonna let whining go. That's their go-to thing.
holy shit. What, if
I
Paul
did not
George-
me neither for that.
Me neither.
I didn't mean to tee him up for that. Whoever heard his hearing that. That was not my intent.
That was a
If
fucking
Paul George had
goofball.
said it was drafty, Steven Jackson would have had something for him. If he was like, if
Stop
Paul George
just-
had asked for seltzer, he would have been like, "Come on, bro."
Stop just blasted that into the fucking bay like Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking that was
Oh,
a home
yeah.
run swing.
Go ahead, Mel.
Whatever, man. Shit made no sense. Whatever.
I
I hope
know.
he does retire a Clipper. Good for
Yeah.
the Clippers need to move to Anaheim. Get out of here.
They honestly do.
Just leave town.
Just go to San Diego. Like
yeah.
you got
They would
you got
love
Kawhi-
them down there. They got
Dude.
nothing left.
I kind of think the Clippers are going to be good, but you're right. I mean, the problem is when you got like LeBron and AD, they're just so clearly and far away the best duo. AD is insane. If you consider him the second option on the team, it's like no one's touching that as a duo.
Well, yeah, I mean, but just in general, like like the LA is just always. There's no way they will ever be even a little bit of a Clippers town.
Same
And
with the Nets, dude, New York City, baby.
yeah, well, I mean, but imagine if the Knicks had been good.
That's what
For
I'm
40
saying.
years.
I mean, they suck, and it's still a Knicks town.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna listen. They might put them to the test this year. They'll put a lot of people to the test.
Yeah, but you can't go to games.
That's true. That is
Which
something.
I think is for the best. I think that's the Nets' best case scenario.
100%.
you're right.
Yeah,
You're
100%.
right. But the New York media is still going to be fucking like Kyrie and KD. Like I've never seen two superstars hate the media more.
Yeah,
But I don't understand who I'm like, because I am, Mr. Baby Journalist Media Man.
sure,
now,
sure.
I'm just like, I don't know whose fault it is. Because the rappers
Yeah.
is the ones get niggas in trouble.
100%. You're right about that. You're right.
What am I supposed to do
Yeah.
if some rapper just told me what you was up to?
Totally. What am
How did I
supposed to
even
ignore
find
that?
out you was in the Bloods? How did I even find out you was in the Bloods?
Yeah, who posted the video of John Wall that was part of this fucking issue
Oh,
too?
that was that little aggregator Too Cool to Blog.
Oh
Those,
yeah.
those guys. They're on top of every rapper's story and like Snapchat, and they're just recording shit constantly.
Yes, the feds. They're always out there.
Yeah,
But with KD, it's not like rappers. It's him just like hating the media. It's just him being like,
Yeah.
every
is.
time you hear him on like Bill Simmons, he's like fucking media. It's like, dude, you're like a fucking pretty big deal. to
Yeah, the
worry
only
about.
only rapper for KD would be Kid Cudi. That's the only guy he
Yeah.
has to worry about. Just like coming over and he's like, yeah, KD's been hanging out. He's just kind of been. We've been journaling for the last 3 hours and really getting fucking buck wild in here.
But it's literally like Leonardo DiCaprio being like, I got a bad review in the Dayton Times or something. You know, it's like you're a big deal, KD. Like
Right.
you don't need to listen to this shit. But he can't help it. He just can't help it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He's got a sickness. Kyrie said some shit too, where he was like, Now it's not clear to me. Some people were reporting on it like he's not going to take part in media obligations all year, but to me it seemed like he just wasn't going to be part of media day. I don't know.
That's
Did you
what I
guys see
thought.
that?
I thought it was just media day too.
Yeah.
But then I did hear some.
But
I don't know.
Kyrie's got a bone to pick, I think, because he got like crucified for the comment about how the bubble might be distracting, the racial issues is important, and he got like crucified for that, I think.
Yeah, they call him a disruptor. They
Yeah,
called him a disruptor for, in hindsight, being 100% correct.
yeah.
Like 100%, Kyrie was on top of that. Yeah, I mean, I get why Kyrie doesn't fuck with the media way more than KD. I mean, Kyrie, even before that stuff, it's like I mean, it's one of those things when you play with LeBron, they just try and put you into the LeBron narrative over everything. They were just like, and Kyrie just wanted to be his own guy. And look, he handled it the wrong way for sure. But, now if he doesn't talk to the media at all season, that's fucked. I think just because in reality, you're kind of just pushing that off on your teammates, right? Isn't that what part of the Clippers were pissed off about with Paul George and Kawhi, where they were like, they always come late. We have to do all this fucking talking. Lou Williams ends up having to be like the mouthpiece for this team. And he's like a guy who's playing 20 minutes a game, 25 minutes a game. So, I don't know.
No, it's like if you went to the Lakers and LeBron was just like, Kuzma will handle everything. And you're kind of a dick. I mean, you're the lead.
Yeah.
That's part of being the best on the team, or one of the two best on the team, is you got to kind of deal with some of the bullshit. That's why you're getting the big contracts. That's why you got a signature shoe. Like there's 5 Nike signature shoes. Kyrie and KD are 2 of them. They're
Right.
huge stars.
I know. At some point, I'm just like, why can't Kyrie just say some company bullshit?
Right.
Like, just
right.
say some bullshit. Why at
Totally.
every turn do you have to tell us exactly what you're thinking?
Yeah, he could just be like
It's
we-
not cool.
totally. If you're Kyrie, why isn't the solution just go fulfill your media obligations, but say nothing? Like be up there and be like, hard practice today. I'm really proud of my guys. We're getting ready for this season. can't wait to be out there and give it a go. Just
Yeah,
say
you
that.
can be a
You're
dick about
done.
it.
Yeah.
I think
You can even be a
part
dick
of
about
though,
it if you want. It's fine.
I think part of it is that he's not even playing. Like you see Chris Paul handle the media really well because he's fucking tired. So it's easy to be like, yeah, here's what I think we should do. But when you're not playing, you got this pent up energy. Like he hasn't been crossing dudes up. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, he's just been thinking about it the whole time. He also might not be able to help himself. That's the thing. With Kyrie, it's like, why doesn't he just go? Why doesn't he just go and say the company line? It's like, it's kind of like being like, well, why don't you just go get a fucking, you go to the buffet. Why don't you get some chicken breast? You know what I mean? Like the pudding is right there. The fried chicken is right there.
Yes.
And Kyrie's, talking about the earth shapes and, well, every other thing, and just like, is like, that's the tasty shit at the buffet for Kyrie.
But that's Paul George too. Like I said a second ago, 5 people with Nike signature shoes. Paul George is like a bigger star than he is great at basketball, I think, right now, especially as a closer. You could kind of argue the same for Kyrie. Like Kyrie's a great player, but he's not like as good as he is popular in comparison to like.
Right. He's top 5 popular. Is he top 5 player?
No, right.
I think Kyrie's more popular than Paul George at this point, for sure.
For sure.
Opinion. Yeah.
Oh, because of kids and the sneakers, and he's won a ring.
Yeah.
And he hit the shot, man. That shot will keep him top 5 forever.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, that shot is huge.
That shot
is a lot of heavy lifting.
Epic.
Yeah.
And also,
not just that shot. I mean, in that series, they both had those 40-point games. Like Kyrie played his fucking dick off in that series for sure.
The one thing Paul George has is that he is, like, love him or hate him, he's elite defensively. He was a fucking choke on offense in the playoffs, but he is elite defensively.
I've given him the
Was he this
ball.
time?
You gotta understand.
What's that?
I don't know why Doc's even giving him the ball in a game, in a playoff game. You just get rebounds. You only get putbacks.
I know. He's like, I don't want to be used like fucking JJ Redick, and it's like,
cool.
Did JJ Redick ever hit the backboard twice?
Yeah, no. We're gonna use you like
hit the
Ben
side
Wallace.
of the backboard, bro. That's embarrassing at pickup. If I do that twice, I'm like, oh my God, I can't ever come back here again. If Paul George did it twice.
Did you see Redick's? He had an interview where they asked him if he's like ready for the season. He was like, you could tell he's just like, yeah, no, I'm glad to be playing with Stan Van Gundy again. He's gonna make sure we're really prepared. I'm fucking thrilled. He says I'm fucking like he curses. You can tell he's just like I have to run so much. Like I'm not. He's like I'm not. JJ Redick's not dunking on people. He has to run so much.
Which
like
is
Rip
so
Hamilton.
funny. Which is so funny because JJ was the one that, like, JJ was really talking up Stan, and he was like, yeah, he was the best coach I ever had. And it's kind of like when you haven't fucked in a while and you're like, why did I break up with my ex? You know what I mean? You just think of you're just thinking of the best parts, and then he's just thinking of how Stan's juicy titties. He's not thinking about Stan nagging him. He's not thinking about Stan being like, why are you eating that? You know what I mean? That's now they're back together, and he's like, "Fuck, dude, Stan is such a bad hang." he gave
Panic
great
attack.
top.
Yeah, panic attack every third quarter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if we're up 20,
Yeah.
still losing it. Like, hey, call the play, Stan.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
But anyway, a lot going on. But I do want to get your opinions here because look, John Wall, one way or the other. That like he is an era of Wizards basketball in and of himself.
10 fucking years.
It's crazy. It's been 10 years. I feel like it was just yesterday he was Dougieing in the teal and beige old school Wizard.
He used to do the fucking pool palace.
Yeah.
He was, dude, I mean, people forget how good John Wall was. I mean, those series with the Celtics, he was a fucking electric player, man.
Yeah, he was good. He had his, I think the finest moment was when he broke his wrist.
Exactly.
Against Atlanta.
That's really the big what if for those guys because they're beat, and that's the 60-win team. Yeah. That's the Budenholzer, Atlanta, Korver, Horford, Millsap, and fucking who's the other guy? Teague, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely Jeff Teague.
It's that team where they were just fucking going buck wild, 60 wins, and they're up in that series. Wall and Beal are actually balling out, and Wall breaks his fucking hand. If they get to a conference finals, I think that changes everything. Like it's crazy how something that small can change everything. But I think it really changes the way we think about that team, because you know, they were fucking. That's the big what if for them. They were really balling. And
I remember they also overpaid Otto Porter, and that did them no favors because you need
Jan Mahinmi.
Yeah, those two big nails in the coffin.
Yeah.
That was-
Bad contracts. And it's not like, I mean, Wall got just an absurd contract as well because they had to make things right after they paid Beal more, and now Beal's the better player. So
Oh, that contract was. I mean, you guys were fucked the moment he signed that. It was like
I know.
Yeah.
But I still,
You're happy for him.
I say we owed him the bread, man.
Yeah,
Just to make us a national story. We're still a national story, and it's still because of him, which is fine.
do you like the trade?
Yeah, I mean, it feels very same difference. You trade a dude who's 30 coming off an Achilles with a dude who's 32. I mean, that's basically you swap two 32-year-old guys.
Right.
But
You know what I mean?
I actually really like the trade for you guys. I mean, I saw some
I do
people.
too.
Some people were kind of
Yeah.
like people who were just talking about it as pure asset accumulation, like real nerd basketball shit. We're talking about it in terms of like, well, they're similar players, and one team got a first-round pick, so I hate it for the team that gave the first-round pick up. But that first-round
was
pick is pretty
conditional.
protected, right? It's like a
Yeah.
top 8 protected, and I think it has more. I don't know exactly, but it's not like unprotected. It's solidly protected. And look, Russ is better than like Wall. I mean, we just don't know what the fuck we're gonna get from John Wall and Russ.
That's the thing. We don't know. Wall might be really good. You have to assume he's lost some athleticism and
Is he going to be all NBA? I mean, Russ was literally all NBA this year. It's crazy to think about.
Well, here's what it is. If John Wall's going to be all NBA, it depends on him making his jumpers.
Yeah.
Russ can be all NBA and not make fucking jumpers. He never
True.
fucking makes jumpers. He brings
Right.
more. You get more rebounding. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit more in the triple double way.
But at the same time, I do think that Russ actually, like, you know, Russ works really well with this team. Now, obviously, like, I mean, Russ with a lot of shooting is like a crazy good offense, especially when you have Beal there, who's like, yeah, I can take the last shot. Like,
And Beal can play off ball.
you have an insane offense, but the problem is, will the offense they have to run, which is essentially Russ spread pick and roll with shooters, will Russ want the ball too much, and will it fuck up Beal? And if not, if they can strike that balance where Russ was like sort of what we were just talking about, PG and Russ.
You seen what Paul George did with him.
Exactly. If they can strike that balance, then which I think is possible. I think Russ has a little bit of redemption. Like it's weird because he did have a great season, but I do think people are really fucking shit talking him. And you see it from what Sam said. He's in there in the fucking gym already. And let's not forget the coach, Scott Brooks, fucking loves Russ, coddled the fuck out of Russ, played, you know, like wouldn't stand up to Russ in terms of when it was like he had KD on his team, like loves Russ so much that he just was like, yeah, well, sorry, Kevin. Russ wants to fucking play this way. I don't know what to tell you.
But what about I mean, what do you think of the rest of the? I mean, you brought up the shooting. You've got Bertans. You've got I like the kid they drafted, the Israeli kid.
Yeah.
And then Hachimura. They kind of have a decent young team with, as you said, Westbrook is an aging star. He's eluded injury. It's been so many years. He's never really been badly injured. So you're like, how durable can he be? Is the question.
I'm sure
also.
something terrible will happen day one of
Right.
the season. I'm not worried about that. That's already predestined.
Yeah.
That's written in the sea scrolls. Like he's not finishing the season, even if things are going well. Even if things are going well, he won't finish the season.
But you just see the clips even on the Rockets last year, and you're like, he's still fucking athletic. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
No, he still got bounce. I mean, he posted a video of him putting down a windmill last week in some tights, bro. You know, I'm interested to see him out of the West. You know, Russ needed a break from the West. It's clear
that's true.
the point guards in the West get our man a little worked up.
Mhm.
Let's
That's
give him a
true. Just
nice-
emotionally speaking.
Yeah, exactly. Just go fucking beat up on the Hornets a little bit.
Yeah. Go fuck with a young LaMelo before he's in his prime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
where the Knicks aren't. Listen, the Knicks point guard Alfred Payton isn't fucking isn't fucking waving goodbye to Russ.
How
He's
the
not.
fuck is it a point guard rich league and we have Elfrid Payton? Like,
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
this is like the best point guards in NBA history. You can't give us like Terry Rozier. We can't
Couldn't
get like,
get a one of them.
we
Yeah,
can't get
sorry.
us someone.
Frankie Stokes. That's all.
Frankie, baby. Listen,
I
we
hope
believe in
Frankie
around
takes
here.
the leap, man.
There's no Frank slander. That's where
Yeah.
that's where I joined Sam in the
Off
Knicks
a
He's
bridge.
nation.
adorable. He is adorable. He's like
Yeah.
he's just like an
He's so
adorable
cute.
kid, man.
He's
Yeah,
so
I love
I
Frank.
know he's a cutie, man. I would love to
And he
hang out
plays
with him.
incredible defense. Let's not
He
get,
does
let's
play
not get it
great
twisted.
D.
In the right team, he could be that kind of defensive stop. I mean, let's put it this way: if fucking Cam, what's his face, that was in Chicago and now he's in Atlanta,
Man.
campaign. If that motherfucker, if Frankie was allowed to play that kind of defense, I think he's a little bit of a better offensive player than Cam. I mean, maybe he's not as good as a defender, but I think he can grow into that. Anyway, I didn't mean to snap into this fucking
Hey, no.
into Nick's delusion.
Oh, it's
Look,
like you fall and I catch you immediately.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, I think the Wizards are. I mean, look, they're a better team than they were for sure. I mean, we talked about this last time you were on, Jamel. I think they're making the playoffs for sure.
It seems that way. It seems like the Raptors lost a little something.
Yeah.
It seems like there's an opportunity.
I think Raptors are still in, but they did lose.
That Orlando spot is the Wizards, in my
Yeah.
opinion, for
It's
sure.
a
right
couple
now.
little floating around weird ones. If the Pacers, if something happens with Oladipo,
Something could go real-
at the trade deadline.
True, and listen, let's give respect where it's due. McMillan was a fucking great coach that I think was underrated, and he
Yeah.
kept those motherfuckers in the playoffs despite weird talent and like injuries and everything. And so they got a completely new coach, and I know he's off the Nick Nurse family tree or whatever, but I think that has a lot of possibility. You've got like a G League guy who Nurse had the advantage of being in that system and knowing those guys and those guys trusting him. His boy goes into a fresh circumstance where it seems like there's locker room problems. Even before Oladipo, there's Turner versus Sabonis, and they clearly tried to give Turner away, and the Celtics didn't even fucking want him, which I think was a huge mistake. But
Yeah, I was shocked.
Turner's gonna have a chip on his shoulder.
Although that would have hurt I think their rebounding would have been that. I mean, you're already playing Tatum or Brown at the 4. Your rebounding would have been.
But you're just gonna
atrocious.
first. You think he's that bad that you're just gonna give Hayward away? Like that's fucking crazy.
But I think that's why they went for Tristan Thompson, man. Do you know?
That's it was a
I
fucking
don't.
dumb
I don't
move,
love
in
it
my
either.
opinion.
I don't love it either. But I'm just saying, like, they need rebounding. But how about
But the point I'm
Hawks?
trying to make is that, I
But are
just
the
think
Wizards are the Wizards better than the Hawks right now?
I think, yeah, just because we've got a little more continuity as a group. I
That
think
might-
we were
yeah.
already a little better, and I think you're adding one player. They got a whole new 5.
Right. And the guy you're adding is at least a proven get you to the playoffs guy. Now in the playoffs, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
And Beal also is really hungry for like legitimacy. Like I think if Beal puts the numbers up he put up last year on a team, even that's in the 8th seed, he gets treated with a lot more respect. So he's gonna want to fucking win.
It's on the bigs,
if he
man.
stays. I don't know.
It's on the bigs. We need fucking Thomas Bryant to figure out how to not be a hoe. That's important. He's got to stop doing hoe shit. Mo Wagner's got to stop doing bitch
Actually,
made
Wagner
shit.
wasn't that. I think
He's not
he
that
showed
bad.
a little something, dude.
He's
He
got some
did.
spice. He can
Yeah.
he's good at taking the charge. He's a pretty good shooter. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He will fuck around.
His lips are
Juicy.
intense. Those
Yo.
are juicy lips. Those are
He's adorable.
those are Bella the Ball prison lips right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's right.
Those are
dude.
problematic.
Absolutely.
He's got something going on. And
He's got a little something.
anything front court related is a question mark for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
guys
I
have
mean-
Julius Randle. I mean, if
Yeah,
you-
dude. Julius Randle right now. What do you want? What do you want for him?
Give me,
You know what's funny? He wouldn't actually no, he would fuck that team up. What am I talking about? He just can't play defense. I mean, if Julius Randle was okay at defense, he wouldn't be a bad fit for the Wizards
our
because they
issue
have so
is
much.
defense.
If he was
so much
okay at
shooting.
defense, I wouldn't mind him that much. It's like, but he's a fucking
Nah,
black
he's
hole in
brutal,
offense.
dude.
Yeah,
He's brutal. I mean, for us
Dude.
especially, he's brutal.
I'm glad we lost Portis too because he was driving me crazy. But
Don't get me started on the fucking Bucks hard capping themselves to sign Bobby Portis.
horrible.
Ooh.
Brutal move. Brutal move.
Who do
only-
you think's less respected by who is a more disrespectful not making the All Star team? Devin Booker or Bradley Beal?
Beal.
What's he got? What's he gonna say?
Have to say
What is he
I'm
gonna
a company
say?
man.
Well, Beal's numbers were
You've been
insane.
talking about
Yeah.
RJ being left off second team all rookie since it happened, and you think Jamel is gonna say Devin Booker deserves it over Beal?
That's the team I'm most excited
listen.
to watch in the NBA right now.
I
That's
mean,
the
his
team I'm
wife
most-
deserved a spot over Devin
His
Booker.
wife, dude.
Give his fiance
Give
a
his
spot over
fiance.
Booker.
I want her to do my fucking PR, dude. If I
She
find a woman
rules.
that believes in me like that, that's
Yeah.
all. I mean, that's next level, dude.
That's all
Fuck
we
you,
ever wanted.
Netflix. I'm like,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all we ever wanted, man.
Dude, the Suns are gonna be fucking fun to watch though this year. I'm pumped for that team.
For sure. I want to listen, Jamel, but before we start, we pivot to a general conversation. I want to know emotionally what's this like, man? Because Wall was, for better or for worse, your guy. And it's like, what does it feel like? Are you sad to see him go? Are you happy? Are you rooting for the Rockets now? They're pretty fun with him and Boogie. Like, what's it like, bro? What's
Who's
it
not
like
rooting
to
for the Rockets?
And of course, I'm rooting for the Rockets
see?
because we don't have to play them at all this year.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to do so.
Yeah.
Because before, I fucking hated the Rockets. We put
Right.
up 150 on the Rockets and lost.
That was a hilarious. I watched that game. That was a wild game.
That game
It
sucked.
was like it was Harden wasn't that the game that Harden, I think that was the game that Harden was about to score a career high and they pulled him. Like Harden had like 60 or something that game. He was playing out of
Something
control.
unbelievably stupid, dumb. We somehow blow this game. We
Yeah.
always blow a game to the Rockets.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But yeah, I want to see Wall do well. And yeah, it fucking hurts. It's weird.
It's some
He was-
mellow shit, right? Like you
Dude.
probably feel the way about Wall that I feel about Carmelo. Like I
Yeah,
want him
man.
to succeed.
Yeah, and he was the hood's favorite, dude. We loved that he was in a
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah.
We were like, that's tight.
Yeah, dude. Wall rocks. Wall rocked for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
man. Shutting Rose Bar down, I might go light some candles in front of. If anybody
let's go do a
hears this,
vigil in front of Rose Bar.
we're gonna do a candlelight vigil in front of Rose Bar for John before the season starts. We'll pick a date. I'm serious.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, how do you feel about a guy that his ceiling, were you ever going to win a championship with him? Probably not, but
Don't
like
know.
he was your guy and now he's fucking gone in a depressing trade. It's
Strange.
tough.
I mean, it's tough. It's strange. I feel fine. I mean, I could convince myself of anything. If
Right.
I'm talking about preseason Wizards, I had
Right,
Oh,
some,
dude.
right,
I had
right.
some crazy thoughts about Isaiah Thomas last year.
Yeah,
okay?
oh dude, me too actually.
That's not-
I'm not.
you know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
giving up on him. He's talking a lot of shit.
Well, because he put out that 25-minute video about how he got a new leg.
Yeah, he's got a new fucking hip like your grandma right now. That
Jesus.
motherfucker's gonna go. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping
mean,
for
for
the
sure.
guy.
I'm
Come on,
rooting
man.
for him too. But it is tough when it's someone you have history with, and it's like kind of a lateral move.
I mean, yeah, but I think this is this is kind of the perfect situation for John. I hope that James can't find a way out of his deal and these two are stuck together
Interesting.
because somebody is going to have to stop partying.
Harden's
Two
just-
negatives
Yeah.
equal a positive. Somebody
Interesting,
eventually is
interesting.
going to walk into the locker room and be like, "Yo,
All the pussy will be eaten at some point.
yeah,
It'll be gone. All the
keep-
dollar bills
yeah.
in Houston. Bank of America will be like, please
Exactly.
stop taking out dollar bills. We have run out of singles due to John Wall and James
yeah."
Harden.
We just shut down a Wells Fargo. We're ruining jobs.
I like that. I like that in Stav's scenario, Harden is tipping strippers $1, but buying Lil Baby $300,000.
Hey, man,
Hey,
supply and
that's
demand.
actual-
There's
yeah.
only one little baby. There's thousands of strippers in Houston.
Yeah, got to support them all. And so somebody's going to be like, "Look, dude, I've crashed my 5th Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just play basketball?"
Yeah, I know.
And I'm excited to see it.
Dude, I kind of, in a weird way. I mean, obviously, I want to see Harden play basketball, but I think if Harden weirdly like holds out, I would love to see. Like, I would love to see the John Wall Boogie redemption team, no matter where it was. Even
Oh, yeah,
that
come
plot
on.
is so much better, even than the Harden subplot, where it's
And
like, dude, just give me that team. I don't.
Well, yeah,
give
well,
a
I
you-
fuck.
hated Boogie. Kentucky Boogie is one of
Yeah.
my least favorite basketball players of all time. You're bigger and more skilled than everybody, and you're
Yeah.
bitching about fouls as
Right.
if any of this matters. You're about to sign a deal for some stupid amount of millions. Why are you crying about this nonsensical? Just play ball. Just dunk on that nigga, bro. What's wrong with you?
Dude, those old clips of Boogie throwing down dunks. It's like, it felt like Chamberlain-esque, like that terms of like power distortion where you're just like, oh my God, he was so fucking, he was almost like in moments like Shaq-like, where you're like, that power.
Yeah.
He's like, he was like putting up 40-20 games with the power.
Another big what if is what if Vivek's dumbass doesn't fire Mike Malone? Remember when they were winning and Boogie got like a fucking staph infection or something, and once Boogie's out and they go below 500, but he was the first coach that like Boogie was playing defense. That's another big what if for that guy's fucking career, man.
Damn, I know.
He seemed to really like Mike Malone, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if Harden is just going to show up and do the absolute bare minimum. See, for me, what's weird is I would have assumed Harden was going to at least play because I think Harden's legacy is going to be a lot built on numbers. And if I were Harden, I would be wanting to fucking score. I would just be like, fuck it, dude. I don't care what our record is. Let me score. Let me average 41 for a season. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I wonder how easy
I think he wants to win. I think he knows he's not going to be this dude forever. And I think he wants to win.
Yeah. I mean, I think he should be holding out. I mean, not holding out, but I think if anyone on the team, PJ Tucker should be holding out because that motherfucker deserves a deal.
He deserves some money, man. He's
Prompto.
I love PJ Tucker. You know what cracks me up about Westbrook though is like he can't not be connected to Kevin Durant in some way. Like now when Durant goes home to DC, he's gonna see kids in Westbrook jerseys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Westbrook is gonna go to fucking PG County and give out his jerseys for free. He's just gonna He's going to go to fucking where did KD go to high school? What the fuck was it called?
Where'd he go? He went to like
something academy.
Montrose Christian.
Yeah, I forget, but
yeah,
he's gonna fucking give out his fucking. That's so true. I didn't even think about that. Russ wearing number 4, by the way, showing respect to Agent Zero. You got to respect that.
Which I don't wear 0.
Come on, no, how dare you, dude?
Nah, listen, man.
They're not gonna retire it.
Agent Zero is not a person; it's an idea. Okay. It's like a government office.
He's 007, dude.
Yeah,
he's Daniel Craig now. It was Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah,
let him get his Goldfinger
shit off.
Yes, let him pull a gun out on fucking Rui Hachimura. Let Rui have to fucking disarm him with a samurai sword with a katana.
Oh my god!
I still remember Prime Arenas as the baddest motherfucker though, dude.
I mean, come on, dude.
Those are like 4 years. He was as good as literally anyone.
That time was as fun as any point in the John Wall era.
Yeah, dude, because he was, I mean, just his shot was fucking nasty, but he could keep up the dribble. He was money.
And it was clutch. It was game winners. Yeah. It was like mad game winners in a season. It was
he rocked.
He dropped 60 on good. Kobe, man. He took a bow at Staples.
That was unbelievable. He was so good that even my hating on DC ass was like, yeah, no, I watch the Wizards. You know what I mean? It was like
those gold. How hideous were those gold jerseys?
Real bad, but I want one more than anything now.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's funny how
was
bad.
It the Chicago Zephyrs? That's what that jersey was?
Yeah, those were so fucking. Even the other, I mean, even the teal ones were just brutal too. Like
I mean, it's, they let the team be named by a child, which, that's a whole other issue. Because Bullets is the perfect name.
Bullets rocks.
And those jerseys.
It's one of those names that it didn't matter that it went from Baltimore to DC. Bullets carried over thematically with no issue. It
worked for us.
That's one of the things we share as in the Venn diagram. That's a nice fat part of the middle.
But also, you can get colors look dope. Like
you can get fucking popped for sure.
Think of like Young Sheed or Young Weber in those jerseys. You're like, those are fucking cool jerseys.
No, it was beautiful. The little hands.
Yeah.
No, it was great. And but it grew on me. And DC dudes, we also like to wear weird colors.
Right.
We're into some off-brand. We'll wear some clearance rack shit. No problem.
You're just fucking generalizing off of yourself. You've made a career off of going to the fucking TJ Maxx website.
I've been walking around this city for a week now, and I've seen mad 6'2" dudes in Schweppes beanies with lime green shit on. I saw a nigga with a Schweppes beanie.
Schweppes.
I love
This motherfucker went to the Schweppes gift shop after getting a
Schweppes
factory
Academy,
tour.
yeah.
Me, I only rock Canada Dry beanies. But that's pretty cool. You know?
But nobody's rocking Seagrams. As long as we agree, Seagram sucks dick. And I know someone from Seagrams listens to this.
Dude,
y'all shit sucks. Stop doing that.
You're so correct. No one is rocking that. You know what kind of beanie I would rock though? Would be a Cushy Dreams beanie. If only my favorite brand of high quality CBD products made clothing, then you know what? You know who wouldn't wear that? DC guys, because it wouldn't be on the clearance rack, baby, because that shit would sell out
flying off
full price, motherfucker. Listen, folks, you gotta fucking. They don't have clothing, but they do have CBD that you can smoke. Whether that's a joint, whether that's a fucking nice little tin with an eighth of CBD.
Hustle, create, peace, relax. You choose the vibe you want.
That's right. That's absolutely correct. And I like to take one of those I'd like to roast one of those bones right to the dome, and just fucking play some 2K, eat some frozen grapes and a fucking seltzer. That's a nice little evening, folks.
Yeah, dude.
I know you like to smoke a little.
Your Schweppes beanie on. Get some
put
fucking
the beanie
on.
Yeah, man.
I know you yourself have enjoyed some Cushy Dreams throughout the years, Jamel. I know.
Oh, absolutely.
We've shared a pre-roll together.
Yeah.
Nothing brings a community together like some high quality CBD, lab grown, fucking tested, all the good shit ships right to your door. Isn't that right, fellas?
I love it, dude.
Yeah, you
I'm
stupid
into it,
bitch.
man.
Listen.
I love those tins, man. I throw some in my fucking bowl. I watch some movies. I have a great time. I watch some fucking Bosch. I'm like, here we go, man.
Oh hell yeah! The number one CBD brand of Bosch on Amazon.
I'm going through a divorce. That's why. And
so you gotta listen, roll that shit up, smoke it, or buy a pre-roll. Go if you want to be like us, the three gentlemen you're listening to on this fine podcast right now. Go to cushydreams.com. That's KUSHY dreams.com. Use promo code PODDONT, PODDONT, and you'll get 20% off your first order. My God, what a fuck. Listen, it makes a nice stocking stuffer for the holidays. You got some dumb bitch in your family, you don't know what to get him a couple pre-rolls of fucking create, of hustle.
Talk to him.
You know what I mean? And so what you want to do is go to fucking cushydreams.com, use our promo code PODDONT, and go just fucking buy for somebody else, or just treat yourself, you little motherfucker. You deserve it. So you got to do that. I've been hitting the Cushy just because I'm on a fucking weed cleanse right now, boys.
I just get paranoid. I smoke weed and I just I think of every negative quality I have, and I just get stuck in that mode.
You just gotta smoke through that.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You're hitting the wall. You're not high enough, Sam.
Yeah.
There's a little. That's like when the plane's taking off and there's a little turbulence. The pilot's like, we just got to keep rising. This is just once we're cruising at altitude, you got to keep getting so high you forget what your name is. Yeah. And then you're doing great, bro. Then you're fucking enjoying yourself big time. That's the level of high me and Jamel like to get and have gotten many times.
No, for sure. We used to smoke blunts and take naps together.
That is a fact. We have done that on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
We both used to kill a lot of time in DC between shows. What a beautiful time our early to mid 20s were.
Yeah, nothing like it. Nothing like sitting around being 7 hours early for a show because you took the bus.
Right. That's right. I came in to beat traffic. You took the bus. We're eating Popeyes and smoking a blunt, and then taking a nap together on your girlfriend's couch.
Come on now. the good old days.
The good old days, man.
Well, I know you guys
worth nothing.
I know you guys are fucking around, but I would kill.
We are not fucking around. We are literally nostalgic for those days.
This fucking year.
Oh, yeah,
We're
for sure.
literally nostalgic.
Nah.
That was. It's crazy when you look back at what the best years of your life are, and you're like, "Damn, I'm a fucking loser." Those were the best years of my life. That's
Oh,
what I'll be
yeah.
thinking about as I'm dying. It will be like, I used to love doing open mic comedy in DC and getting so fucking high I couldn't even, blink correctly.
Yeah, eat a medium pizza to yourself.
That's right. Nothing finer. Go to that. Remember that fucked up burrito stand right by the draft house? What was
Oh,
that place
man,
called?
Yeah. I don't remember,
Little
but
sauces.
there's
That
no
little
way
red
they still
building.
exist. But they used to do
No.
their thing, bro.
Dude, once the draft house, once they fucking closed that little house or that little side room and made it a little Mexican restaurant, it was over. That was truly, it's all over, dude. Anyway, we're doing open mic reminiscing from 2010 right now.
Yeah. So just hold for that. Hold for impact.
Yeah. That's why I can't. Yeah, I gotta. That's now. If I were smoking a little, that's why I can't smoke weed, because these thoughts would make me nostalgic. Until I got so high, I was just like, "Damn, this fucking show is tight," and I'm just watching. I'm just watching more Eclipse. But anyway, man, you're at least excited to have Russ though, right?
I am. I mean, he's got to have at least one more bullet in the chamber.
I think so.
Oh yeah. I think he's got too much. I thought he was never going to be an all-star again. I didn't count on him getting traded to the East, and now I'm like,
Right.
I mean, how many all-stars can take? How many point guards can take that spot in the East? Or I guess it's just guards, but like, how many are there?
Imagine if he makes it and Beal doesn't.
Yo, I would laugh. I would
Do you
laugh
think
hard
Beal's
as
gonna get
shit.
traded though? For real? Do you think how do you see it going?
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
It seems like we got a dude who isn't super into change,
Right.
which could help us. But I don't know, man. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
All I know is this is what I know.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, the Wizards are never winning a championship. So
Yeah.
any
I'm right
any
there with you,
number of
buddy.
things could happen. Like they could trade him tomorrow, and then he'll go to the Lakers. He'll win 6 in a row, and it'll be fun. Whatever. I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I honestly
wish-
don't think he's gonna leave though.
I wish
honestly
I
don't
had
think he's
this.
gonna leave.
I wish I had this like level of just peace with it, because I'm still like, I don't know, man. There's still a chance we got it, the Greek Freak. There
Yeah.
was even a moment before AD signed. I'm like, maybe he wants to be his own man in New York. Like I really have that level of delusion with the Knicks.
It would be hard, man, to start fresh the fuck over though. If Beal is gone, then like you'd have to just restart with a brand new fucking team.
How many better guards are there in the East though?
Than Bradley Beal?
Beal or Westbrook? I mean, you got Kyrie, and then like who else?
I mean, better is really tough to say. What
In
are
the
you gonna-
East. Let's
Yeah,
see.
what
Off
do
the
you
top
say?
of my head,
I mean,
Fournier
is Ben
out.
Simmons a
I-
guard?
if he is, then yeah, you take Simmons just for his all-around game, I guess. But
Yeah, and I guess the Celtics guys are threes, right?
Yeah.
They're wings.
we don't know what we're gonna get out of Kemba. either.
Kemba,
Kemba's
Kyle
cool.
Lowry. Kyle Lowry, you'd probably rather have this year than Russ on that
Yeah,
team.
absolutely. just
but-
for yeah.
I fuck with Van Fleet. Van Fleet might be better than him.
But that's a good point. I think I'd rather have Van Vliet.
Then Russ,
Yeah.
definitely on the contract. Yeah, Van
I
Vliet's
mean,
sick.
think of just in terms of scoring. I mean, he doesn't seem like a
Defense.
defensive liability.
No, he's a better defender. He's a better defensive player than Russ, without
All
question.
you lose is rebounding, and you get a way better shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russ
yeah.
is a better passer too.
Maybe probably.
Yeah, he's a better passer. That's true. That's interesting. Damn, Van Vliet. How about that? He's that good that it's not even like a crazy conversation to
Yeah,
have.
he's right around there, but
I mean, Trey Young.
possibly.
Okay, that's fair. Trey,
there's
yeah,
some possibles.
Okay, I might-
Oladipo possibly.
Nah, I don't think. Maybe. I mean, maybe. If
Oladipo, if
he
he hadn't gotten hurt.
Yeah,
But,
there
you
you
know.
But Trey Young, I mean, Trey Young, 29 a game, but it's like it felt like a lot of empty stats.
You
but-
could say the same about Russ, man. I mean, you really can.
Yeah,
And Russ he should be a better defender. And look, Trey Young is like a negative whatever, but Russ is a 0. You know what I mean? Like he's not a good defender. That's the thing. Wall is a better defender than Russ. Even Wall right now, I'm confident would have been better for the Wizards defense than fucking
he would get a lot of steals
As
back in the
Westbrook.
day.
I mean, I don't know, John. The way I mean, he was also playing hurt.
Yeah,
for a
no,
while
I
too,
don't mean
so I
when
don't know.
I don't mean that year, last year, but I mean like he's shown more defense. I would have bet more. I would have bet on Wall being a better defender for the Wizards this year than Russ. I mean, look, they're both a bigger upgrade over Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas literally started a nice amount of games at point guard for the Wizards.
Bro,
So
and we was the worst bottom, and as soon as we got rid of him, we were just somewhere around the middle of the pack
right.
defensively.
So that's there's some little hope there. The only problem is, like I said, Russ is a fucking not that good at defense. But who knows? Anyway, you guys want to take a little preview at the fucking at the opening day and Christmas.
What is that?
slate
December
here.
22nd, Stav? What day is
December 22nd. We got. You know
Ah.
what? The fucking opening day games are really good. It's Warriors at Nets.
it? Yeah.
That's a fucking incredible game if everybody plays.
Too bad Clay is not
Too bad
gonna-
Clay, but if Kyrie and KD play and all the Wizards and
Everybody's
the
not
Warriors
playing.
play, you don't think?
Everybody's not
Oh
playing.
yeah, I mean that is true because Kerr just said Wiseman and Draymond weren't practicing, and the implication is that they have COVID. So that's the other thing. We're talking all this shit about basketball, and we're like, oh, I can't wait for the season to be back, but there was no reason. Like they played a bubble this summer when things were not as bad. And then now they're just in their arenas and they're like, hey guys, don't talk to anybody but your family. Okay, that should do it. And like that's the they did a bubble last time. This time they're like, hey guys. Meanwhile, Harden is literally at two different parties in two different parts.
No,
of the
that is
country.
literally my hope is that the Knicks players aren't like cool enough to get invited to these parties and and it just wipes out the starting five. Problem is the bench on a lot of these teams might be better than our starting five.
That is true. That is fucking
Lakers
true.
Clippers opening night.
Lakers Clippers.
You know why I love that? The Clippers
Why?
have to watch their fucking ring ceremony.
Oh yeah.
They deserve that.
They
Yeah.
absolutely deserve that. So that's opening night is fucking awesome. And then Christmas is interesting. You got Pelicans at Heat. You got Warriors at Bucks. You got Nets Celtics. You got Mavs Lakers in the
Nets
prime
Celtics
time.
might be fun.
Nets Celtics will be really good.
I'm excited to see KD and Kyrie play.
And then the 10:30 game is Clippers Nuggets, which is kind of fucking they're really rubbing the Clippers nose in it. Making them fucking
Clippers rub their own nose in it. It's
Yeah.
not, you know.
Hey man, yeah, exactly. They earned all of this bullshit. Every meme.
Yeah.
But I will say, I feel like the best game I feel like both games Tuesday are better than.
Wizards Sixers. You haven't mentioned that.
I don't see that on the
Oh,
schedule.
dude, that one, dude. How?
Yeah, we're
dude,
the
that's-
23rd. We're the
Dude, I just realized Westbrook gets to play Embiid even more. That is
yeah,
one of
like
my
90
favorite teams.
times.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's gonna
Dude,
be
that's
great.
gonna be fun.
That is a nice subplot. I do like that a lot.
Yeah,
actually.
we got beef. It's gonna be nice. And there's no fans in Philly. Oh my God! Thank God.
True.
I want to
True.
see dude. They better nationally televise Phoenix. I want to watch Devin Booker because he's like going to be on a tear next year.
Phoenix is playing on the 23rd. They're playing the Sun. They're playing the Mavs, which actually is a really good
Dude,
game.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like that's gonna be a fucking fun game. Is that nationally televised or league?
Yeah,
Pass?
that's on ESPN.
Beautiful.
So those are fun. I mean, those are fun games. But I gotta say, I mean, I think to put the Mavs and Lakers in the 8:00 on Christmas, they're sucking Luka off very, very hard there.
Well, those were some big games when they played like pre
yeah,
cool world when we
Yeah,
was
yeah.
before we entered cartoon time.
right.
Those
Remember
was a
those
couple
dueling
big-
triple doubles they had? That overtime game? That was a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
wild game.
So they're counting on that probably.
When's KP back?
Not the beginning of the season. So that's kind of a fucking
I
bummer.
mean, that's
He
another
didn't
thing.
get arrested in Latvia yet.
But dude, Dallas might not be great. Is that? I mean, do they have a great supporting cast? Do they have bigs? I mean, like Luke.
I think they'll be fine. I mean,
Luka could
Richardson
have a harder
is a
year, though.
big upgrade defensively over Curry, and I think they played. I mean, the team without KP played the Clippers pretty tough. I mean, they didn't go away, and I think
But Luka
Luka.
also went. You can't expect a Luka to drop 50 every game, you know.
Yeah, maybe not, but I mean, that's the hard thing about this season is like you're right. What do we really know? I mean, is it going to be random? Are these guys going to play all the time? Is it just going to? I mean, if it's anything like the NFL season, which is complete fucking dog shit. I don't know. Like, in hindsight, it shows how much the bubble does not deserve an asterisk compared to this NFL season. You know what I mean? Like the NFL season. I mean, I'm not a big football fan anymore, but it's like this should not even fucking count. I mean, who the fuck? They're moving. The Ravens played on a Wednesday at 3:00 last week. Like it's ridiculous. They're moving shit all over the place. So who knows what's gonna happen with the season? Because I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing. I mean, is this even gonna fucking happen? You know what I mean?
I'm scared of the injuries. I've said this before, but I'm scared. Like, guys went down in the bubble because they didn't have a proper, training camp to go back into that. So you got guys like Jonathan Isaac going down and Jaren Jackson as well, right? I mean, a lot of guys getting hurt. So
yeah, and Jaren Jackson, I don't think he's going to be ready for the start of the season either, which kind of sucks. Let's see what CBS has to say about Porzingis. Porzingis on a very positive trajectory in his return from a torn meniscus. Okay, Damn. What the fuck does that mean? They ruled him out for opening night.
Damn.
Well, what the fuck? So what's very positive? It's around January.
That's
Damn. So they're really putting Luka at 8:00, knowing Porzingis is going to be there is a real deal suck off there by the NBA.
Well, he's getting sucked off. He's like, and he's the dude. I mean, they're expecting him to be like the guy when LeBron retires
for this generation.
Yeah, I mean, come on, they want him to be more than anything a white guy with a step back.
Come on, dude, are you kidding me?
We're set. We're made.
Yeah, if they could just pretend he was American, if they could just make him Larry Bird, you know what I mean, like Larry Bird 2.0.
Yeah. Totally.
But he'll figure it out. It'll be good enough. Yeah. I mean, look, at the very least, we're gonna have basketball on Christmas, and then probably COVID will ravage the season. If I had to guess what's gonna happen, but listen. That's what's important. How is I gonna live a fucking Christmas without the NBA? Are you kidding me?
There's gonna be some weird subplots. I mean, people just going down. I mean, football, it's one game a week, but like you get COVID, like that could be like 8 games.
Yeah, you get COVID, you're out. Even if you test positive and you're non-symptomatic, you're out 2 weeks. Like that's fucking crazy.
That's like 4 or 5 games, probably.
Yeah, exactly. 5 games in a season that's already short. It's a 72-game season. So if you have like 2 separate COVID things that affect a couple players on your team, that's 10 games affected by each team.
And you could be safe and get it from a fucking teammate. So
exactly. Yeah. So we'll see. Now that I think about it, the season will be over in like fucking January before Porzingis has a chance to even suit up, and they'll have to play the playoffs in a bubble or some shit. But whatever, man. We get it on Christmas. The Wall is in Houston. Jamel gets to root for Russ. So that's all you need to know, folks. And as any new shit happens, we will be covering it. I think by the time we have our Patreon episode, there might even be preseason basketball, if I'm not mistaken.
It starts this Friday, bro.
That's fucking wild.
Friday. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we should do it Saturday morning stuff.
We got the Nets too. We got the Nets and we got Detroit twice. Get a nice LiAngelo close look at LiAngelo.
I love it. I'm very interested. So we'll have real-ish basketball soon, folks.
Subscribe to the Patreon. It's growing again.
That's right. And Jamel, where can they find you? What can they?
I got some other basketball shit. If you need more basketball shit, if you want more basketball men to stalk,
that's right.
Hit us at AirBuds Pod on everything. Yeah, bish.
That's right. Get on AirPods. I've done AirBuds. Sorry.
Yeah,
AirPods.
Buy some AirPods.
Buy some AirPods.
Get some AirPods.
Apple
get on AirBuds.
It.
What's up?
And hey, man,
it's a fun pod.
Check out my special too if you haven't seen it, Up on the Roof. So just threw it up on YouTube. Appreciate all the people sharing that and watching it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, folks. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you sometime this weekend for a Patreon app. See ya.